They say buying a home is always the better choice. But is it really? Home ownership is an incredible wealth building tool, but only if you're financially and mentally ready for it. Otherwise, it could be the worst financial decision that you have ever made. Welcome back to the Wealthy Me Myth Busting series. If you're new here, I'm Shakema, a realtor, a wealth educator, and a certified purpose coach. I specialize in helping people over 40 make smart, strategic moves when it comes to money and credit and home ownership and their wealth building journey overall. Today, we're busting the myth that buying a home is always better than renting and breaking down what you really need to know before making your next move. People will tell you that renting is throwing money away, but I'm here to tell you it's not that simple. Before we get into it, let's look at some real numbers. Over 75% of Americans believe owning a home is a sign of financial success. Yet, nearly 40% of homeowners regret their purchase. 1 in 3 homeowners say that they were not financially prepared for homeownership costs. The average home costs 4 times more per year than just the mortgage payment. And that's when you factor in maintenance, taxes, and repairs. And these stats tell us one thing. Owning a home isn't automatically a good decision. It depends on your financial situation, your goals, and your readiness. The real question isn't should I buy or should I rent? The question is what makes more financial sense for me right now? Let's break it down into 3 key factors that determine whether this home ownership journey is a smart move for you or if renting is actually a better option. Owning a home costs way more than just the mortgage payment. Let's talk about what it really takes to be financially ready. First, we talk about the upfront costs and the ongoing expenses when it comes to buying a home. First, you need a down payment, and that could be as low as 3.5%, but ideally you want to have at least 5 to 10% saved. And then we have the closing costs, and that's typically another 2 to 5% of your home price. That's often overlooked when it comes to buying a home. And then you have these ongoing costs. Think about things like property taxes, you have homeowners insurance, you may have HOA fees, and any type of maintenance on the home. And then finally, we think about things like repairs and emergencies. So a rule of thumb is saving between 1 and 3% of your home's value yearly for maintenance. So that means if you have a $300,000 home, you should expect to spend at least $3,000 to about $9,000 a year just on maintenance alone. That's not taxes, that's not insurance or anything else. That's just maintenance. One of the action steps I would leave here, and this is what I tell my clients, is before buying, calculate all of the hidden costs of homeownership. And this is how you can make sure that this makes sense for you, or maybe it's something you should wait a little while longer on. Owning a home locks you into a long-term commitment. So if your career, relationship, or life situation is just unstable right now, buying a home might not be the right move yet. How long do you plan to stay? This is something that I talk to my clients about. If you plan to move in less than 5 years, then renting may be a bit smarter, because it takes about 3 to 5 years to actually start to build equity on that home. That's due to the closing costs, and that's also due to market fluctuations. For example, if you buy a home today and sell it in 2 years, you'll likely lose money after paying closing costs and agent fees. Meanwhile, renting would have kept you flexible with less financial risk. I say is to ask yourself, like, do I see myself living in an area for the next 5 to 7 years? The third factor is your wealth building strategy. So many people rush into homeownership because they think it's the only way to build wealth, but that's just not true. Renting can be a smart financial move if, one, you're investing in your savings elsewhere. So think about stocks, your business, and retirement. Are you investing in those places? Renting can also be a smart move if you're not tied down by homeownership expenses and can save aggressively. And then finally, if you prefer flexibility, whether for career growth, travel, or personal reasons, a smart renter who saves and invests their extra money can build wealth way faster than a homeowner struggling with mortgage and maintenance costs. So if you're renting, commit to investing the money that you're saving. When is buying a home right for you? Well, let's be clear. Home ownership can be one of the best wealth building tools, but only if you're financially and mentally ready for it. Think about if you have a stable income and a strong emergency savings account. You're ready to stay put for the next 5 to 7 years or so. You understand and can afford all the ongoing costs, and you want to build long-term wealth through home equity. Bottom line, should you buy or should you rent? If you're financially ready and you plan to stay put and want to build wealth through real estate, buying a home is a great move. If you're still stabilizing your finances, plan to move soon, or you just don't want the extra expenses, then renting can be a smarter option. The key is making an informed decision based on your situation, not just following outdated advice. I put together a free guide for you, 5 myths keeping you stuck and how to break free. It's packed with real steps to help you make smarter financial decisions, and you can grab it below right in the description box. And tell me in the comments, are you team buy or are you team rent? And what's your situation? Let's talk about it. Now that we've busted the home ownership myth, let's talk about another one. You need perfect credit to get ahead. Is that true? You'll want to catch the next episode to find out. And until next time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. See you next time.